Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all... Shapes to shoot! There it is! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Hazard. Hazard carries the ball down the right. Nedved. Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Mbappe. Perez. He's found the way through. Now the ball in. Up he goes! And it's in! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Shot a goal! Oh, what a mistake! Japan look comfortable already. 2 to the good and flying. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Mbappe! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Japan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Keeper's dealt with that. Now it's Perez. Oh, right place, right time. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Lewandowski. And the shot's on here. Hazard.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good read, needed to be. Beckham standing over it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. And the shot! That pass has been... And another try! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Japan have the chance to go the other way. And he's in on goal. Shevchenko. And he shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's in a great position here. The message is clear, none shall pass. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Romario has it out wide and in space. And he's managed to gift it back. And it's Nedved. Now, can they get him away? Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Manchester United really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. A case now of complete control. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Nedved. He's a sharp little ball here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Beckham. And he's gone searching crossfield. And he's intervened well there. And the first half is done. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Japan will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And the game has already resumed here. Not the most accurate pass. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. And here's Lewandowski. Shevchenko. Azar.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And the shot! Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Perez, and he's there to make the challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And he was quick to react. Japan really do look to have it all sewn up here. And he plays one through. And he is having a shot! He is just ripping it up. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Japan.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So it's down to business here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And back to the keeper they go. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Played out towards the right wing. Soboslai. Lovely pass, but Van Nistelrooy! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
Looking for the run. No, he's just misjudged that one. Dixon. That's a risk. That could spell trouble. And it's McAllister. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
This looks promising. And he's intervened well there. McAllister. Now it's Danny Olmo. No, that's been intercepted. Japan yet to have an attempt on goal. Gilberto Silva. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Pires. Pires will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Xavi Alonso. And he was quick to react. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Rodrigo. Oh, it's a great ball here. Great chance! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Japan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Here's found. Can he finish? Good take, and is he in? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Pires. Mbappe. He has a look up. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pires stood his ground strongly. Now it's Danny Olmo. Pass somewhat off target. Dixon. And it's Nedved. Rodrigo. And the shot! And it's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
There's the header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Decent chance! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets! And they're at it again, in double quick time!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football.
Chance for a shot! And it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
It's become a case of men against boys.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Pedri. Van Nistelrooy. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Japan are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And this is Messi. Xavi Alonso. Great vision. Defending was strong and firm. Dixon. Played into space. Gilberto Silva. Perez. And Rodrigo. Oh, easy pickings there. McAllister. Rodrigo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get it through? He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Japan needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Mbappe! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Nedved is standing over this one. Nedved! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! A finish of true class!
71,550.
And the headlines continue to get darker and darker. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Japan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And it's Soboslai. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's got away. Zanetti is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Mbappe. He's away. Pedri.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Rodrigo. That's a delicate pass. Real chance. And he shoots! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Danny Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. McAllister. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Gilberto Silva. And this is Perez. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me.